Shaping the Future. Vision Agenda 2030 in Solingen. Solingen, industrial city in the heart of the countryside. You are not only a city, but also a brand, and, unique in the world, protected by law. Your products are at home all over the world, and you give the whole world a home here. You live diversity and unity with your people and your districts. You are close to your residents, constantly broadening your understanding of their needs. You live in today and think about tomorrow. You start small to make a big difference. Quality and innovation have a name, made in Solingen. Social participation. In Solingen, equal rights and equal opportunities are a living reality. Without exception, all people in Solingen can participate in social life and lead a self-determined life. You enable equal rights and barrier-free participation for all people in Solingen. Your transition management ensures that people have the right access to school, training, work and employment, and thus makes a valuable contribution to combating poverty and its consequences. You improve people's housing situation by expanding services in line with their needs, in good cooperation with providers on the housing market. More and more facilities, institutions and companies are joining the Diversity Charter and thus tolerating the diversity of people and their ways of life. You ensure care services for the youngest as well as for older citizens through the expansion of care places, as well as through neighbourhoods suitable for senior citizens, which are developed and maintained in good tradition with the social groups. Opportunities to live a self-determined old age are being expanded. Natural resources and the environment. The people of Solingen live in a sustainable and environmentally conscious way. Solingen's profile as a livable, green city has been expanded. The city is developing in an environmentally compatible way, and the quality of the green spaces and natural areas is continuously improving. You maintain your inner city green spaces and natural areas and expand them where possible. By unsealing areas, creating more roadside greenery and expanding wilderness areas, you are combating climate change and promoting biodiversity. You mitigate heavy rainfall events with innovative solutions, and you promote private commitment to protect forests and to preserve and expand inner city tree populations. You increase people's well-being and resilience in the face of heat and heavy rain. You promote ecological agriculture and a significantly reduced overall consumption of open spaces and other environmental resources. Environmental education is emphasized in school and out-of-school locations. Climate and energy. Solingen is making successful contributions to climate protection and adaptation to climate change. Together, Solingen residents from all parts of the city and civil society have significantly reduced their energy consumption and are increasingly using renewable energies. You will reduce CO2 emissions in the city by at least 50% by 2030 in relation to 1990 consumption. You will set an example with the goal of becoming climate neutral as an administration by 2030. The expansion of solar installations will be further promoted in cooperation with Burger Energy AG and other socially committed organizations and companies. An advisory network and individual advisory services increase energy efficiency through more energy-efficient building renovation in the private sector and through the sustainable economic and ecological strengthening of companies. Mobility. The people of Solingen can meet their mobility needs responsibly. They move around safely and with low emissions. The majority of people in Solingen use the attractive, reliable, differentiated and well-connected mobility services of the Environmental Alliance. Public transport in Solingen is an electromobile trademark and ensures a good, demand-oriented and barrier-free local transport offer over short distances. All mobility solutions offered by the Environmental Alliance can be combined well. Individual transport is significantly reduced and increasingly low emission and electro-mobile. The municipality is taking a pioneering role in this respect and is converting its entire vehicle fleet to e-mobility by 2030. There are sufficient charging facilities in the city area. As a city of short distances, pedestrians and cyclists benefit from an attractive, safe and city-wide infrastructure. Work and economy. The local companies in the innovative industrial and service location of Solingen offer sustainable jobs with a secure livelihood. All people find good training, work and employment. Resource and climate protection, as well as regional value creation, are the cornerstones of economic activity. Your employers and entrepreneurs in Solingen are aware of their social responsibility in terms of a socially and ecologically sustainable economy and are committed to this. Together with the local labour market partners, you organise a mix of jobs and apprenticeships that takes into account the different qualifications of the applicants, as well as the different needs of local and regional companies, and, in particular, reduces the shortage of skilled workers. Lifelong learning is becoming just as much a pillar of good living and working conditions as the expansion of digitalization and the flexibilization of work. Global responsibility and one world. The city of Solingen and all parts of the city and civil society are actively committed to humane living and working conditions. Globally responsible action and the commitment to globally just social conditions are firmly anchored in everyone's everyday actions. As a fair trade town, you promote the purchase of fairly and sustainably produced products from countries of the Global South. At the same time, you support the purchase of all products that are sustainably produced locally. A steadily growing number of entrepreneurs and retailers are following this example. Likewise, more and more Solingen entrepreneurs, retailers, church and mosque communities and private initiatives are getting involved in partnerships with companies, organizations and communities in the Global South and sharing their knowledge. You promote more peaceful, just and socially and ecologically stable developments through international cooperation, using your national, European and global networks, as well as the high level of civil society involvement in Solingen with partners in many parts of the world. You promote education for sustainable development, both in kindergartens and schools, but also by making visible places of change, where sustainability is lived and implemented in practice. And change is urgently needed, in thinking and especially in acting, locally, nationally and globally. Achieving both the 2030 Agenda and the Paris Agreement on climate change present the global community with an enormous challenge. But we have resolved to achieve this goal. We together, all of us, want to act with the intention of overcoming all our challenges on the path to reaching all our goals. Solingen, the future is waiting for you. Don't wait for the future. Shape it.